Welcome back to Roma's Kitchen, guys. So it's the festive season and we're trying all sorts of things with our sorrel. So today I'll be teaching you how to make some sorrel jam. So if you want to see how all this goodness gets made Roma's Kitchen style, stick around right after this intro.
Better can't cook. Ticket there you pay your pretty look. You want live a restaurant and come done man bank book. Cook, recipe book.
So I'll be using 2.5 cups of water, and this is enough to get my sorrel petals nice and soft and to bring everything together. So to this I'll be adding in 10 ounces of sorrel petals, and my sorrel was nice and frozen, so I'm just adding it right now to the boiling water. So after getting all that done, I'm going to be adding in 1/3 cup of grated ginger. You want to get this nice and gingery. Next, I'm going to go in with 1 cinnamon stick. And the cinnamon will give it a nice flavor. So next to this, I'm going to be adding in some cloves. And I'm only adding in 6 cloves here, guys, because cloves are super strong, so you do not want to add too much. Next, I'm adding in 2 bay leaves. Then I'm going to go in with 1 orange. I'm going to go in with the juice from 1 orange. And I'm just going to squeeze that right in. So I'm going to be reducing the heat under my pot until I'm finished adding all the things I need to add to this. So next I'm going to go in with half of a lemon, and I'm going to be adding the juice, just squeezing the juice right in without getting the seeds in. Now guys, if you have lime, you can substitute the lime for lemon. Now here I'm just mixing everything together. And after doing this, all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cover the pot, and I'm just going to turn up the heat a little bit more, up to medium now, cover it and allow this to boil for 15 minutes. So after the 15 minutes, I've turned the stove off, and I'm going to allow this to cool down completely. So this is it. It is smelling so good. It's nice and cooled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be removing the cinnamon sticks, the bay leaves, and the cloves. And you want to remove these because you do not want to blend these with your petals. Now I have a food processor here, and I'm just going to be adding the pieces of petals in without getting any other cloves in, because you definitely do not want to blend the cloves with the petals. So that's about it. What I'm going to do now is, you do not want to throw away any of this liquid, so I'm just going to use a strainer, and I'm just going to get all that liquid in. Then I'm just going to be blending all of this together. And that's it. This consistency is perfect. Now I'm going to be adding this back to the container in which it was in the pot, and this is where it will now boil down and turn into your jam or your chutney. So I have this pot over some medium heat right now. You do not want to turn this up too high. And now you have to sweeten this because sorrel is tangy. So I'm going in with, in total I'll be adding 1¼ cups of granulated sugar and 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Now guys, you want to add the sugar because you want the sugar to caramelize and help to bring everything together. So you do not need to add any gelatin or anything like that. Now the amount of sugar you add can be according to your liking, how you like this, but I find that when you put less sugar, it tastes even better. You do not want this to be so sweet that every time you go to use your jam, you have to drink loads and loads of water. So here I'm just moving everything around, trying to mix out the sugar right now, and I have this over some low to medium heat. You do not want to rush this and turn your stove all the way up. No, this is fine. And I'm just going to keep on doing this just for a little while, then I'm going to leave this on low heat for about 30 minutes. And guys, this is something that you have to pay attention to. So you want to constantly stir this because the sugar is in it and it will caramelize. You do not want this to stick to your pot. And for me, I'm using a thin pot here. So look at this guys, 30 minutes later, most of the liquid is not yet out. So I'm still going to leave this for an additional 15 minutes. But guys, this is something that you want to supervise. You want to move this around. You want to constantly move this around because you do not want this to burn. So guys, look at what's taking place in the pot. The liquid is, most of the liquid is almost out, and you can see this is getting nice and thick, and you do not need to add anything to this for it to actually get thick. You just need to constantly move this around in your pot just so it doesn't stick. And I'm telling you, this is smelling so yummy right now. Look at all this goodness guys. So that's about it. This is looking really good right now. So this is the end of the additional 15 minutes, and this is the texture that you want for your jelly. Now the more it cools down, the better it will get, the thicker it will get. So here it is. You can have this with some bread like I did, or you can have this with some crackers. You can just rest this on your table just to have as a nice chutney, a nice dipping sauce, or you can just call this your jam. Made easy, ROMA'S kitchen style sorrel jam. So if you like the video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to share the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn your post notifications on. Until next video.